need to be a bit extra careful. But, well, it is... All right, what am I trying to do with the technical side of life now? But anyways, it is time that we need to dive into conversating around this great month, all right? It's still March, and I was actually telling you in the background that I feel like maybe this could have been the longest March ever. I don't know how you feel about this. You women have actually utilized this very well.
I think so.
I can't believe, like, we're still talking about Women's Month and everything that comes around, with inspiration and everything alike. But obviously, it's the 27th day in the month of March. How many days before we get to end this month?
Well, the month ends on the 31st, so we have 5 more days, 4 more days up to Monday, 4 more days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much we'll be getting to dust off this whole Women Month and everything alike. But hey, we celebrate you every day, and just there's amazing things that she's actually been doing. So I do have Mwale Kaluba with me, and she is our featured woman for this particular afternoon, and obviously she will get to tell us about who she is. Looking at the profile, hey, there's a load up of achievements and just so many things that Anne Kaluba or Anne Mwale Kaluba. So I should say Mwale is your government name.
Anne Mwale Kaluba it is. I actually don't mind going by Anne Mwale because Anne Mwale is my government name. So Anne Mwale it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome stuff. And tell us about yourself. How did your journey start? Because I'm looking at your profile. It is quite heavy. Tell us where it all started, and what has really made you take it up to this height of your achievements and everything that you've done so far.
All right. So I will definitely start by thanking Sun FM for this opportunity. It's Women's Month. I am excited to be here. I'm very honored that you considered me to come and feature on your Inspirational Women's Month. Who is Anne and what has brought me here? Anne is a lady from the Copper Belt. So interesting enough that I actually have a history with the home of Sun FM. I know that you're quite big on the Copper Belt.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I grew up on the Copper Belt in Ndola. Of course, did my schooling there. Came into Lusaka to attain my tertiary education at UNZA. And I'm an economist by profession. I have worked for various organizations. I'm currently heading the Ipsos business here in Zambia. Ipsos is a research company, a global research company, and we pride ourselves in conducting research, collecting insights on behalf of various clients, be it corporate clients, governments, development organizations, and things like that. I think you have my profile there. So,
I mean, it would be a bit greedy for me to just, keep the profile to myself. But obviously, the women folk out there would also want to get inspired. So much that you've done, and what has kept you going? It's not easy on any given day, but there's obviously that inner side of life that says, you know what, you need to keep on going. What has really kept you going, and from the time that you started out?
Okay, from the time I started out, maybe it might be interesting for me to mention that I've actually been working for 19 years. No, actually 21 years. This
wow.
is 21 years since 2004. So, and one thing that I can say about myself, what keeps me going is enjoying what you do.
Okay.
Enjoying what you do. I can tell you that one of the first jobs that I held coming straight out of uni was a consultancy organization that I worked with.
Okay.
And I think it sort of sowed some seed in me about research work, just being curious and wanting to understand society, wanting to understand people's thinking behind their decisions and things like that. So that made me stay with then Sinovet, Stedman Group and Sinovet for about 10 years.
Wow.
Really in the research space. And after that, I then moved on to the developmental side with Millennium Challenge Account. And then, of course, I worked with a local SME. But I think the drive for understanding people, understanding behavior was still at the core of what drives me, and that then brought me back to Ipsos.
Okay.
And I've been there since. It's been another, 6-7 years. But yeah, what is it that drives me? Curiosity, the quest for excellence, the quest for creating a solid thread throughout the different things that I embark on.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk of you heading Ipsos. I mean, it's quite a challenge. It's quite a huge task. And obviously, they could be worried, to say female folk heading this. It's quite worrying, and so many women in different places are supposed to do. What would you urge your fellow women in as much as, trying to build up confidence to take up positions, to participate in so many, angles of society, be it organizations and everything alike?
Oh, wow. How much time do we have? Because I can...
No, we still have a couple of minutes. We have about 10 minutes, but well, in a nutshell, you can actually get to just help us, encourage somebody out there.
Yeah, so the reason I ask that is because I feel like there's just so much to say. There's just so much to tell to a fellow woman, a young person, a woman out there that wants to make it. Number one is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and believe in your dreams. Anything that is created, I like to say, is created twice.
Okay.
It is first created in your mind, and then you turn it into reality. So this interview, for instance, is something that both of us thought about.
Exactly.
We got the profile, we thought about how it was going to go, and we thought about the sort of questions you were going to ask me and how I would respond. So it was first created in our minds. And the thing that I would like to encourage a young person out there, a woman, is be adventurous. Dream the wildest dream. And then pursue it passionately. Go after it. There is a very famous saying that says, the wings are yours and the sky belongs to no one. So why not go after your wildest dreams? Why not go after these things that you want to do? I think that the more that we get to believe in ourselves, the more that we get to have faith in our dreams, it really does make things become possible. When I look at my journey and what has led me here, I have, of course, had a lot of support. I will not sit here and make it look like...
It's a support system. Okay.
Yeah. So I will not sit here and make it look like it's been a walk in the park or that I just had to get myself an education and the rest fell into place. No. I think that it's one of the things that stands out in my journey, in my story, is that I have encountered and supportive women. Again, I tend to like quotes. There's one that says, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants, and I have stood on some brilliant, strong shoulders of women that have gone ahead of me, that have held my journey, that have held my hand in the journey of leadership with, as a woman, with empathy, leading from the heart and not just with what is before you. And I think that is something that every woman out there needs to embrace. I think that sometimes we are asked to lead like a man would. And I think that actually steals something from us because you are a woman and there are certain things that God has placed in us as women which may not necessarily be in a man. So why try and do things the way somebody else would do them? Lead from your point of strength. Lead from your authentic position. And that is what separates us.
To go through everything so that when you sit down and you are, sharing an inspirational story like this, you are very much happy about what you went through. And I would say in this time of life, people would really want fast forward success and, just get that there is a time frame, there is a graph to a certain level. Before you hit the pinnacle that you plan to reach in your time, you need to trust the process. Would you kindly encourage a woman to say time definitely must take its course and it just doesn't happen within a blink of an eye?
thing I will say, and also because I know that one of your largest audiences is on the Copper Belt, is mango taipila pamo.
Okay.
Mango taipila pamo. Don't be in a hurry and think of a specific time frame because somebody else has risen to a great height or in position or in power, and by the time I'm 25 I should have built a mansion. By the time I'm 30 I should have millions in my bank account and things like that. No, there's no elevator to success. You have to take the steps. There are no quick fixes
Yeah.
to get to succeed in a way that is actually going to last. You may win a jackpot, but that does not necessarily mean that you are now a millionaire and you will know how to handle that wealth to make it last. You have to learn the steps to success. You have to have the discipline
Exactly.
you have to have the discipline to go through the process. You need to build the endurance of hard work. You need to build the endurance of going through the traps. The failure is part of success.
Most definitely.
You have to learn how to take negative feedback. You have to learn how to go through the process. There is no quick fix. And I think that, especially for our women, I think that the more that we teach one another, that we a slower route, it actually helps you learn the necessary skills, the necessary things that you need for you to even sustain you at the top. Because if you rise very quickly and get to the top without learning the foundation or the basics that will hold you and sustain that high position, it becomes very easy for you to fall. So one of the things that I'd like to encourage is go through the steps. You actually enjoy the view from the roof better when you have gone through the steps, when you have gone through the different moments that allow you to enjoy the steps along the way.
Awesome stuff. All right.
Yeah.
So now I also want to get an honest answer with the question that I have in line with obviously